What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you, recapping last night's Maui Invitational with Stanford and Alabama. Of course, you guys know I'm a Crimson Tide fan. Men's basketball. It was Stanford's first game as their opener was canceled last week, obviously with COVID concerns and everything. You look at Alabama. They started off pretty tough. Uh, it was a hard fought game against Jacksonville State. Who am I kidding? It wasn't hard fought. They blew them out 81-57. But last night, this game played the Maui Invitational, Camping World Maui Invitational. You look at this game, I guess it's played in Maui. If you look at it, let me see. Or Cherokee Center. Harrah's Cherokee Center and Asheville, North Carolina. So I guess not played in Maui. I must have missed where the game actually was. My assumption because, well, I guess because it's Maui. And Maui, I think, is Hawaiian. Anyway, so what happened in the game? Bama won the tip-off. They got the ball first. They were driving very well. Look, there was no defense in this game whatsoever, at least to start out. Obviously, a shootout. Some fouls, some free throws. You look at some key plays. Zaire Williams with Stanford, key player, looked really good. Had 19 points last night, 8 of 15 for field goals, 3-pointers or whatever. 0 for 0. No free throw attempts for him whatsoever. He led the game for Stanford in points. Javon Quinterly, a key guy to look out for this year with Alabama. 14 points, 6 of 11 for field goals, 1 of 1. He made his only free throw last night. So he looked pretty good for the Tide, 14 points for Quinterly. Zaire Williams, again, made some three-pointers. It started out, he made a three-pointer. Then he fouled. Jaden Shackelford for Alabama made a couple free throws. Again, we mentioned Quinterly with Alabama. Made some good jump shots, a couple layups in the first half. It ended up, look, Alabama was scoring, but it eventually got away from them at some point in the game. And I don't know where it went wrong. They just stopped scoring. Stanford just kept being really, really good on defense. Stanford led 41-29 at the half. You look at the second half, there was just no changes for Bama's defense. In fact, it looked like it was getting worse. They gave up 41 points again. But offensively, they were able to turn it around a bit, but it just would not be enough. Again, even in basketball, defense wins championships and will win you the game. And you can put up way more points in the second half all you want to. If your defense isn't improving, it's not going to do you any good. As a Bama fan, obviously, I'm disappointed about the loss. Shout out to Stanford. They look like they're going to be a really good team this year. We'll see what they look like going forward. Alabama still has plenty left to prove. But again, getting back to this game, it was 41-29 at the half. You get to the second half, again, 41 points again given up. But, Stanford getting some fouls. Bryce Willis, he's a point guard for Stanford. They had some penalties. Oscar Da Silva, if I'm saying that right, which it helped Alabama out a bit. They would get the ball back and they'll put some points up. But again, it just was not enough. Nothing was enough for Alabama in the second half. John Petty, key guy for Alabama, who I needed to look back. I thought he went with Kyra Lewis to the draft, but I guess not. He came back. But so it's kind of hard to keep up sometimes. Look, guys like John Petty, getting some threes, getting some layups, along with guys like Shackelford. He got 2 3-pointers. Just overall, Bama turned it around offensively, a really good turnaround, but lack of defense held them back. And Stanford ended up winning 82-64. Um, for Stanford on field goal percentage, about 51.7, rounded up to 52 if you want. Bama was 35.8 in field goal percentage, round that to 36. Stanford with 47 rebounds, 22 turnovers. Bama 15 turnovers and 31 rebounds. So what do you notice there? I mean, Bama didn't have quite as many turnovers as Stanford did, but when Bama got the ball back from Stanford, they just failed to do anything with those opportunities. They need to work on that going forward. How can they improve? How can they take getting the ball from their opponent and making points out of it, It's like, put it in football terms. If you pick off, right, like quarterback throws an interception to the defense, right? Defense wants to get the ball back, hopefully at most a pick six if you're lucky, or you get the ball back, you run out of bounds or take a knee in the end zone or whatever the heck, right? And you're down, you get a big turnover, but can you answer back offensively? And I think that's where it held the Tide back. That's why they lost. Again, 82-64 the final score. 82-64. Make sure I got that right. Stanford winning over the Crimson Tide at the Camping World Maui Invitational. Bama's next game is December 1st, which is actually today. It's tonight against UNLV, University Nevada of Las Vegas. That's a 9:30 game, so about the same time like last night's game started. So that'll be an interesting game. Alabama, can they bounce back? Probably. I don't know what I want to make of UNLV. I don't know how I'm going to compare them to Stanford. I'm sure they got great talent. They are 0-2 right now. Stanford 1-0. So UNLV needs their first win. Bama wants to bounce back from a loss last night. We'll see what they can do. And again, 82-64, the final score. Stanford Cardinals winning over the Crimson Tide. So anyway, that's it for this. I just wanted to recap last night's men's basketball game. Bama fans, Stanford fans, if you found this looking for a recap, comment down below. I do pull for the Crimson Tide though. But being a sportscaster, I try to be fair and unbiased, but also opinionated a little bit with my content. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like if you enjoyed this. Comment down below what your thoughts were. If anyone saw the game last night, comment what you saw. Bama fans, want to hear from you. Where could Alabama get better? Where could Stanford get better after this really good win? We will see. I'm going to try to keep my eye on some more college basketball games outside of this and just, because I do so much for Alabama, I think. And I just, I'm trying to be a sportscaster. I'm trying to be fair and unbiased. I want to cover more than Alabama. I don't want to just cover Alabama. I want to cover Alabama, obviously, but want to get into more teams and more sports around that. So anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new, comment down below, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, Ballard Sports Media, checking out. Have a good day, and roll Tide roll. See you guys later.